Our next company has been promoting its services and products in so many different countries, including Canada, Mexico, South America, and its biggest market being Ecuador. It's finally entering the U.S. market. And with me today is the CEO of Blue Castle Ventures, David Rojas. Welcome back. I know you're a veteran of this space.
Yes, how are you?
So this is a big deal that you are entering the U.S. market. Why is that?
Well, it's because we have had to deal with a lot of regulation stuff that we have to, fix. It's not easy to enter the U.S. market with the type of products and services that we have because we are quite disruptive. However, we have always strived to do it within the frames of law and try to do our disruptiveness not so brutal because sometimes when you enter too hard into a market, there could be a lot of backlash. So we took our time. This has been like a process of analyzing how, when we're going to enter the US market. And I think finally it's time because it's the biggest market in the world, right?
If someone's learning about Blue Castle Ventures for the first time, where are the areas that you're playing the most when you talk about your products and services?
Well, in the beginning, Blue Castle started with education. Myself, I'm a stock trader. I've been doing this for 16 years.
Yeah.
And everything started just me teaching this. But then people were telling me, okay, it's not that easy. How can you maybe provide new services? So that's when I started to think, okay, now that we have a lot of new financial vehicles all the time, now that we have the new Bitcoin ETFs and different approaches to finance, we started to create some different approaches and products, trying to experiment. For example, trying to have certificates of deposit instead of having, fixed income inside of it. We use stock so we could produce better returns, and we did. With a very safe product, we took like a niche of customers and we tried these products, and they had returns of 20-21% a year, despite the fact that most of the market was in the red.
Right.
So we keep striving to bring new products, and well, now we have evolved, and this is the way we want to enter the US market, like a private club of members. It's something similar to credit unions in my country, in Canada. However, he will be more like an informal club, in which you will be able to pay a one-time membership, but you will have a lot of services because we have built different partnerships with different companies. So at the moment, we are able to provide you with partners accounts, savings accounts of 5% a year, something very similar to what Apple was trying to do, and other financial institutions.
Well, you're also very disruptive in the art market. So
Yes.
you have a play in there, and I'm really interested to hear about this.
Yes, in the art part, we were the only company that handled NFTs plus a physical collateral. Myself, I have been always very vocal regarding digital assets that they don't have any type of physical collateral. For me, it's just Fugazi. And we have, the way we do it is that we have taken some artists, we have made deals with them, like people who really we see they have lots of talent to expose to the world. We promote them, and then they are able, like customers or the members of this club in this case, they can go to auctions, and we analyze the art that every artist is providing us, and results such as last year we had an expo in the Rockefeller Center. Today we have another one with an artist, and their paintings were starting like very low, obviously, because she was not well known, like $200, $300. And after a year, her paintings are about $8,000, $9,000. So the return once...
It's a hockey stick.
It's incredible.
But it sounds like members of this informal club you're forming are going to have the first dibs on
Exactly.
this piece of phygital art.
Yes. So the thing is that these are like limited memberships. We don't want a huge group of members, one-time payment, lifetime membership, and they will keep benefiting in the future from all of these things that we do. So with art, this is what we're doing. Today we have another expo in the Rockefeller building.
That's a huge venue. And you're also
yes.
in the stock trading space. I mean, that comes naturally given your background, but you actually have built a course, so the education continues.
Oh yeah, and people who really take the course seriously, they get results. The thing is that what I did was to simplify stock trading. Sometimes people think that stock trading is about sectors and different things, but it's about people in reality. So regardless the stock, people behave in certain ways.
Yeah.
And
the market behaves in certain ways.
Exactly. And you cannot ever think that you can predict the market. What I do is to react to it. So whenever there are certain patterns that come up in people's behavior, because you can see it when volume comes and goes, I simplified it in a way that you eliminate all the noise of other indicators. So I use the technical approach or the technical studies as a radar, and then the fundamentals just a confirmation. So I am always looking for confirmation of whatever bias or theory I have regarding a stock. And this is what I teach my my people and people who have taken the course seriously.
What kind of returns are they seeing?
I cannot speak for them, but pretty high. It's not that you're gonna change your career completely from like one day to the other. It takes time, and I recommend them once you are profitable, then you can think about this. Meanwhile, just use it as an extra income. And that's basically what I teach them. And the difference of my course is that I have noticed that in the past 3-5 years, because of COVID and people trying to find ways to make some money, they have fallen victim of different schemes. Where I have noticed the most common is that they sell you some platform. They tell you that they're trading, I don't know, any vehicle, but it's not true. It's just something that they are managing from behind. They make you win $500, so you get, confident, and then you just put more money, and then they make you lose. Whereas in my course is just a
tutorial.
Exactly. I take all my 16 years of experience and I just put them like in a small.
Did you build it on Kajabi? Did you build? What platform did you build the course on? Kajabi's
you got me there. You got me there. My engineer knows, but if you go to lucasventures.ca, you can get information about the course and the platform that we use.
I want to switch gears for a second because I want to talk about, pensions have gone by the wayside in the U.S. That's a thing of the past. You had to work at one of the big automakers or maybe the fire department in order to get a pension, but you are reintroducing that concept for the millennial generation.
The thing is that nobody likes long-term relationships anymore.
Yeah.
When you get hired or you want a job, most likely when people feel frustrated, they're looking for the next job. So that don't allow them to build up this. And you cannot rely on just a pension because inflation comes and goes like we had last year, and now it erodes all your pension. So what we're doing precisely with the club members is that with all our projects, we are type of creating a different account when they will have like a type of payroll, which will be like their pension. So it's like a private pension plan, but totally informal.
It's pegged to the U.S. market?
Yes. Yeah. So it's limited. Not many people will be able to get it. So the faster you subscribe, the better. We want to bring back those days where big companies will just save some of their revenue to put it aside for the people that work for them.
But how are you adjusting
years.
for inflation, given that it's a long-term vehicle?
Well, we use a little bit of stock trading that we do, also the rest of projects that leave good revenue. And the company is very reactive to what the market is interested in. So that's why we develop different verticals, and we put more effort at the vertical that is moving faster, right? So for example, we have at the project with retirement homes. That's another project. We have the pension program. We have the partnership to do the accounts, art. All these things are different vehicles or verticals that at the moment are giving a lot of returns. Yeah, and if you see the history of Blue Castle, that is not very long, but still some years already. Every time there is a new trend, we see how we can dive in it and we profit from it. It's not easy to say that, for example, many people who purchase NFTs, right? They purchase them for 50,000, 1 million, 2 million. How much are they worth today? 20,000, 5,000, right? Whereas what we have offered with the paintings, for example, keeping the idea that even if it's a digital asset, it needs a collateral, it has just multiplied a lot. And there are other companies that do something similar, not quite like we do it, with blue chip art, we can call it like that. And
what do you mean,
it's a way, exactly, yeah, and it keeps going. Even it beats the S&P 500 most of the times. So we always look for a vehicle that is always
got that hockey stick-like growth.
Exactly, yeah.
But there's one more area that you are venturing into. Are you able to reveal what that is?
That's a new area, but I can tell, and hopefully through Blue Castle we're gonna develop it. Otherwise, it will be a daughter company. Another market that is not tapped yet. It's the unfortunate market of global, like, natural disasters and security. So we have come with a very ambitious project of using AI and robotics to protect the lives of firemen and or soldiers if they're sent there. And it's like the devices that we're gonna produce, if everything comes together, I can tell you that it will be the equivalent of what Tesla did with the automotive industry. Like the designs.
The self-driving cars.
Exactly, but in this case, the robotics that we are designing, they are far from, like, out of this world.
And so instead of sending a human life into a dangerous arena, you're sending in a robot that can have the same capabilities.
Way more capabilities than a human. And it will help to save lives, maybe even save costs with these natural disasters. And yes, the idea, and that's one sector. The other sector is about the unfortunate problem with the mass shootings. If we are able to send high-tech robot to, I don't know, neutralize an active shooter, well, it will be like the answer will be, or the time of that the officers, they don't need to hesitate. They just can send this and just hunt the
But
active shooter.
often those sensitive, tense situations demand a person negotiating with another person. So what is a robot going to do differently, or can't you share?
Basically, that's something that we have to develop with well, negotiators and people who have been in the force for a long time. But unfortunately, if you have seen, the late reaction is what has produced more victims. So it's just a personal opinion, but if a person is willing to buy guns, enter school and start shooting people, I don't know how much negotiating can you do with a person who is clearly unstable, or I cannot judge anybody, but it's a personal opinion, and I hope I don't get crucified over this, but you're going with a death wish there. Like, how many times an active shooter gets out alive of these situations? Rarely, right? So I know that there are a lot of human rights involved in this, and it's a very sensitive topic. But I believe that also the time response and the type of response that is being given, most likely it's very slow.
Have you tested it in any of your other markets yet?
We're starting. It's just a new project, but you know what? Something that I have noticed, and history backs me up on this: deterrence. Whoever has a bigger stick is gonna keep everyone quiet. So if we have a device like this there, I think someone who's going to shoot a school will think it twice before doing that, because they will know that they won't be able to have a good outcome out of this.
Yeah.
And I don't even think what good outcome will think of any shooting. Like it's not like the older days that, oh, I won, I don't know, $500,000. Obviously that time, that today could be 5 million, right? Give me this, or I'm gonna blow up this. No, they're just senseless attacks. And I think people have the right to defend themselves. So I think that will be, if we are successful, I think could be a bridge between people who are pro guns and against guns. Because I think that if you have a very good deterrence system, people will be able to carry their guns but not necessarily use them. So you could balance things out.
So you've got a lot of offerings that we've talked about here today: pensions, art, trading courses, and certainly your latest inventions in this space.
Yeah, so the thing that's why Blue Castle is so stable, and you know,
you have a diversified portfolio.
Yes, we tap into the things that we think they're untapped markets. You know, what we do with the financial part is because we know that people are ready. No, and people are ready for more risk. You know, people are like, the regular financial system has still rules. For example, like for traders, if your account is not higher than $25,000, you are bound not to do day trading, like no more than 5 trades in a 5-day period. These are rules that, yes, they protect people who have not a big net worth. However, also limits them. So I think that, yes, rules are good and everything is good, but big risk, big reward. That's how it is. There is no other way. And I think that there is enough information nowadays with the internet and all the, like right now, anybody in the world can see us, right? Now, the two of us talking. There is enough information for people to make an assessment, and always going back to the courses, what I say is just inform yourselves very well, research, investigate, become smarter.
Sounds like a lot of exciting things. So David, we're going to leave it there today. Thank you so much. That's David Rojas, who is CEO of Blue Castle Ventures. A lot of exciting things happening in Winnipeg.
Okay, thank you.